Now on 4 News Now at 6, a new housing project is in the works to help low-income families in North Spokane. How one of its features could help address the childcare crisis.
And I hope you enjoyed the sunshine we got today, because I'm tracking another round of snow headed our way very soon. We'll show you how it'll impact your weekend.
Plus, what Washington state lawmakers are doing to push back against President Trump's executive order banning transgender athletes from participating in girls' sports. You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Housing and childcare in one. It might sound like a dream for a working parent, and a new project in Northeast Spokane hopes to make this a reality.
Several organizations are working on a mixed-use development that would have affordable housing units and a non-traditional childcare facility all in the same building. The building would be off of Wellesley, just blocks from the North Market Street area in Hilliard. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us live from where this new development will be. And Alexandra, that's a busy spot.
Yeah, Kirsten, it's actually that busyness that made the developers realize how beneficial it would be to have a childcare facility on the bottom floor of this building with apartment units above it. You can drop your kid off at childcare, go to work, come back, pick them up, and be right at home. This is quite ideal for a working parent. It's that convenience that the developers and the organizations leading this were prioritizing when it comes to this project.
You hope that this new housing opportunity and new childcare opportunity does for your community here?
Revitalize it and reinvigorate the sense of pride.
When driving towards the Hilliard Commercial Core, you will see this murky plot of land. Northeast PDA has had its eye on it for several years with the goal of reinvigorating it. The idea for a housing complex was there from the start, but the need for a childcare facility quickly became clear.
Everyone who has a child understands the critical need. I mean, personally, we've been on wait lists for over 2 years in some childcare facilities. It's just very, very difficult to find slots.
Currently, Northeast Spokane does not have an evening or weekend childcare option for parents, yet 60% of the jobs in the area are in the service sector, and hundreds of jobs are soon to come to manufacturers like Jubilant Hollister Steer.
That's something that we obviously want to support wholeheartedly, but they're struggling to find people, and they continue to hear again and again that childcare is one of those barriers.
This new development would change that, offering 100 open childcare slots. But building a childcare facility comes with expensive onset costs. This pushed project leaders towards the state legislature and a request for $3.5 million. What securing this funding could mean?
That when the provider comes in to offer the childcare, they'll be able to keep tuition low.
On top of those childcare slots, the building will also have 30 to 40 affordable housing units. Now, while this project has already been in the work for several years, it's still going to take some time before we actually see anything on this lot. The hope is to break ground later this year and to have construction up within 16 to 18 months. But for now, reporting live, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Right, would be a huge benefit for that area. There is no shortage of sunshine today, but the big question is if it will stick around for the weekend.
Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray and for Chris Crocker to see if we have more winter weather on the way. I think the answer is yes.
Yes. We are going to have to break out the snow shovels in some neighborhoods and some communities again here on Saturday. Another round of snow going to be moving through the inland northwest. Not nearly as snowy as the rounds of wet weather and snowy weather we saw earlier this week, but certainly enough to where you're going to have to pay attention to road conditions here as we head into the second half of Saturday. Sunday looking a little bit better. Temperatures overall about the same range that we have been for the past few days for the weekend. Where's that storm system right now? Well, it's moving into the west side. It'll get hung up in the mountains here overnight, and we'll start to see some of that moisture begin to track across and kind of follow behind some of the snow that we saw around the LC Valley and around the Palouse region and the Blue Mountains so far throughout the day today. And we'll just see basically more light snow, but it'll be a much wider expanse for Saturday. So here's how things kind of play out here. Would not surprise me at all if we see some light snow showers or some snow flurries that would not add too much as far as accumulations go during the early morning hours as that moisture begins to cross the mountains. Then as we head kind of past 9 in the morning, we'll start to see things get a little bit more organized. And as we head closer to the afternoon, heavier snow will begin to develop and move through our area. So the lights though for Saturday, Sunday looking good, but then as we head into the middle of the week, things get pretty serious when it comes to cold weather. We'll take a look coming up.
All right, Matt, thank you. Listen up, hikers and snowshoers. Spokane County Parks and Recreation says it's closing the Glen Rose Trailhead for the rest of the month. During this time, crews will be working to improve the overall health of the forest as well as helping reduce fire risk. They'll also be installing 2 educational kiosks. Parks and Rec says it will post an update when that trailhead will reopen.
Well, the DEA says that between June of 2023 and June of 2024, over 100,000 people died of a drug overdose, and about 70% of those deaths were from opioids.
Now, the Coeur d'Alene Opioid Task Force is hoping to lower those numbers. Madeline Mullins has the story.
Drug addiction does not discriminate.
It's in the younger population, it's in grade schools and middle schools, but it's also in the aging population.
It's because it is everywhere that the Coeur d'Alene Police Department has an opioid task force.
We respond to overdose calls and provide assistance as needed. We provide training for first responders and for the community, and we coordinate and engage with nonprofits, health districts, post-conviction services, and school staff for training and resources. And then finally, we conduct investigations into illicit opioid trafficking and distribution.
The task force hopes to bring the amount of people who die from an overdose down. The Coeur d'Alene Police Department says that in 2024, Kootenai County saw 42 drug overdose deaths. That number is higher than years prior. In 2024, the department received 123 calls for overdoses and saw 6 deaths. They were all from fentanyl.
Truly, you can't unhear the sound a parent makes when they find their 15-year-old. You can't unhear it.
Ideal Options is an addiction treatment facility in Coeur d'Alene. Ideal Options says one of the best things that can be done to combat the opioid crisis is through education.
Education, not just for those that are currently in addiction, but for family members and community members. You're getting the word out there and really helping people understand what addiction looks like and what treatment looks like.
Education about how to prevent an overdose and about what addiction treatment looks like.
People understand that treatment is available, that Narcan is available, that, having those things and utilizing the resources that are there is going to be really important as a community to fight the opioid crisis that we're seeing.
The organization says the resources provided through programs like the Opioid Task Force are helping fight the opioid epidemic. In Coeur d'Alene, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, in Bonners Ferry, the owners of a daycare were turned in for alleged sexual misconduct by their family member, the Bonners Ferry police chief. Husband and wife, 54-year-old Richard Cowell and 50-year-old Catherine Cowell, face charges of lewd conduct with a minor under the age of 16. According to court documents, the Cowells are accused of having sexual contact with that person between the ages of 14 and 16 between 2012 and 2015. The Idaho Secretary of State's office shows the Cowells operated a daycare facility called Little Zookeepers. Boundary County was unable to confirm if that daycare is part of the investigation. A county spokesperson says Bonners Ferry Police Chief Willie Cowell turned in his brother and sister-in-law when he learned of the alleged crimes.
A counselor in Pend Oreille County is being accused of raping a patient. According to court documents, 51-year-old Grady Hoagland, a private practice counselor, was involved in sexual acts with the patient during therapy sessions in February and May of 2022. Court documents say the victim was receiving counseling services for about 2 years before the interactions turned sexual. State health officials have suspended Hoagland's credentials.
Still ahead, demand for weight loss drugs like Ozempic are on the rise across the country. Why some say these types of drugs are not a one-size-fits-all solution.
And we sat down with the next president of Washington State University, hear her vision for the future of Coug Athletics program and helping reform the Pac-12. Next on 4 News Now at 6.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
It's the Hard Knocks Life. Broadway's favorite orphan is back to spread hope for all the hard knocks life throws your way. Don't miss Annie in an all-new production for the whole family, and just when we need it the most.
Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
There are the most vulnerable babies in our community, and Maddie's Place takes care of them. Now it's time for Maddie's Place to get help from the Extreme Team, along with helping one special baby get ready for what's next. 4 News Now's Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
This President's Day, we're celebrating big savings at More Furniture in Spokane. It's the perfect opportunity to transform your home at prices that even Washington would approve. You'll find incredible deals in every department in our showroom. Elegant beds fit for a president, leather recliners for relaxing in style, and statement dining sets perfect for your next cabinet meeting. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Don't miss these historic savings. Visit More Furniture at 1201 North Division in Spokane today.
It's the region's largest boat show. 10 days of boats, unbeatable deals, and nonstop fun. Explore the region's largest showroom. Unbeatable pricing. Discover better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof. See the latest models from top brands like Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Regal, Barletta, Cruisers Yachts, Harris, and Chris Craft. Plus an incredible selection of pre-owned boats. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo, January 30th through February 8th. A 10-day event you don't want to miss.
Ready to enjoy some February fun? The Kootenai Casino has a getaway just for you. Book your room now and cozy out for just $59 per night midweek and $89 on the weekend. And enjoy 2 free breakfast vouchers. Win big during our Mardi Gras Masquerade giveaway. And celebrate Valentine's Day and President's Day with extra bonus play. Stay and win at the Inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Welcome back. This is Dr. Elizabeth Cantwell. She will be the first woman to lead Washington State University once current president Kirk Schultz retires later this year.
Yeah, our Derek Strom sat down with Cantwell, who says she's excited to take on the challenges the university is facing.
I will start by doing some lengthy form of listening at all of our campuses.
Dr. Betsy Cantwell has a couple of months before she officially transitions into the president's office at Washington State, but she's certainly looking forward to starting what she calls her dream job.
I've known Washington State for a long time. It feels like that place to me.
She says she'll take 4 to 6 months to travel to all of the WSU campuses once she takes over from current President Kirk Schultz in April.
So coming in with someone who will be collegial, like Dr. Schultz, and you know, you can call and go, but that statue, can you, like what, you know, whatever it is a gift.
Dr. Cantwell helped raise nearly $500 million in sponsored research expenditures, and she wants to help WSU continue to invest in research.
My role, if anything, will be to help us focus strategically on the 2 or 3 areas where we want to go big. We want to go really big. The future of energy might be one of them. That's a really big deal for the state of Washington.
At times it has felt like the academic departments here at Washington State and the athletic departments have been at odds, but Dr. Cantwell believes athletics and academics not being able to coexist is a myth, and she hopes to see them working well together during her time here at WSU.
I am a firm believer that even in this really interesting world where money is changing the face of college athletics, athletics will be an enormous part of our future.
Dr. Cantwell spent 1.5 years as president of Utah State, which will be joining WSU in the reformed Pac-12 starting in 2026. She says having strong connections with her old university will help WSU and the conference move into a new era. In Pullman, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
A new era indeed. And in this era of our winter that hasn't been very wintry in Spokane, we are a 1/10 of an inch away from making February the snowiest month so far this winter season. I think we're going to get there tomorrow with some snow in the forecast and more snow even further out in your extended outlook coming up after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Mystic Casino Hotel, home of jackpots, food, and fun.
Your home is more than a place. It's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Can you believe Northern Quest let me test drive their next Mercedes giveaway?
Pretty sure they said around the block.
Figure of speech. Besides, we had to see what it could do. Look at this beauty.
It's pretty.
I especially like the front view. Come have a look.
You have a look.
Play daily to win a brand new Mercedes SUV.
Are you okay?
Why do you ask?
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov/eligibility.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Pat Gilmore. She's the founder of the Literacy Project of North Idaho.
Pat helps adults gain access to literacy skills, unlocking opportunities and changing the trajectory of their lives.
We tutor for 2 hours once a week, and within 2 hours you just notice something just kind of clicked and you're like, and we're going, and here we go.
Pat tutors, organizes fundraisers, and writes grants for the Literacy Project. Thanks to STCU for helping make sure volunteers count.
What are rising egg prices doing to your breakfast? From your favorite local diner to grocery store shelves. See the impact a national egg shortage is having here at home. Monday, only on Good Morning Northwest.
We're on with what's new this morning. What's happening now.
And what's next for you?
Get what's new now and next at 5 and 6 a.m.
Right here.
And right here at 7A.
Because we're on all morning long. Good Morning Northwest and GMA.
Well, hey, our break from the snow is slowly coming to an end.
Yep, let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray to see when it's going to arrive again.
Yeah, well, for some places, the snow never really kind of went away. In fact, now we're just seeing flurries and fog around parts of the Palouse and the LC Valley. This is the top of the hill here on Highway 95 in the Lewiston area. You can barely see anything. So combine that with some slick roads, and that could make for some dicey driving. So be careful out there, LC Valley and Palouse friends. Meanwhile, Moses Lake, like a lot of places, saw sunshine today. It was absolutely gorgeous, but you see those clouds on the horizon silhouetted by the last rays of the sun. That is our next weather system. Here is what we expect. Our odds for at least an inch of snow over the weekend, and the vast majority of that going to be coming during the second half of Saturday. Spokane, it's about a 50-50 proposition. I think the higher benches could get up to an inch here with this snowfall. Coeur d'Alene, better chance, about 75%. Places that have seen a lot of snow with the past several storms, places like Sandpoint, like Colville, actually lower chances than what we've seen lately. Same goes for Bonners Ferry and for Deer Park. So really, it's going to be kind of an I-90 corridor and to the south kind of event. Other places like Orofino, like Pullman, like St. Mary's. Pretty good chance that you will have to break out the snow shovels, but maybe not have to work quite as hard as you did earlier this week. Which weather advisories up for the Palouse, for the Silver Valley, and then down into the Camas Prairie region and around the Blue Mountains. Here is the snow that we expect. And once again, most of this is going to fall from midday into the afternoon. Best chance, I think, for kind of getting up above 2 inches is going to be from the Silver Valley down into the St. Mary's area, as well as right on the Spokane-Whitman County line down to about the Palouse and kind of Potlatch area. We'll see slightly less as you work your way south towards Pullman and Moscow. But at least everybody has a chance, at least, for a little dusting here. So if you want to plan out your Saturday, here is how things will go for the urban core. 20% chance, cloudy skies, the occasional flurry to start the day. Things start to crank up here around lunchtime, and I expect that the kind of early to mid-afternoon is going to be the snowiest period of weather. So just something to keep in mind if you are out and about. Maybe you're coming back from maybe going to the ski hill or something like that. You may run into some wintry driving conditions at times, and perhaps some rapidly changing conditions as well, with some heavier snow bands embedded in all of that. So that is the start of the weekend. Sunday looking like a pretty decent day. Monday looks good when you just kind of look at the raw numbers here, but Arctic air going to be creating some wind chill, especially Monday night. We're going to start feeling that, and then look how the bottom drops out here for the middle of the week. 5 degrees Tuesday morning, 6 degrees Wednesday morning, and then when we warm up again, we get more snow. So it looks like we'll have some snow with your Valentine's Day roses there by the end of the week.
Snowy roses. Thank you, Matt. In news for your health tonight, drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy are becoming a go-to for many trying to lose weight. And while they might be popular, they aren't exactly a one-size-fits-all solution.
Now, new research is raising concerns about so many people having access, especially those who might need other life-changing options. CNN's Maribel Gonzalez shares one patient's story.
For years, Nancy Romero avoided being out in public.
I was weighing in at 315 pounds.
From diets to medications, Nancy tried it all.
I tried going on Ozempic, and that didn't work.
Desperate for a change, Nancy turned to the University of Southern California's Keck School of Medicine.
You guys understood that I was struggling.
Dr. Cameron Zamakar was her bariatric surgeon.
Obesity decreases life expectancy by 10 to 15 years.
Yet obesity is a disease that some doctors like Zamakar say often goes untreated.
Less than 1% of eligible patients undergo what we know is a safe, effective, durable treatment. That would make national headlines if it were any other disease. For instance, cancer.
Now that relatively low number of surgeries is shrinking. A recent Brigham and Women's Hospital study shows medications like Ozempic and Wegovy more than doubled from 2022 to 2023. In the same time period, bariatric surgeries decreased by more than 25%.
We're seeing, bariatric surgery programs close anecdotally around the country, and my worry is that they may reduce access for patients where surgery really is the best option.
It's profoundly affecting those states where limited access is already the problem.
For Nancy, bariatric surgery was life-saving.
It's given me the version of the woman I always wanted to be.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
All right, still ahead, Washington is now suing the Trump administration over an executive order involving gender-affirming care. Why the state's attorney general says it's unconstitutional. Don't go.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's the Hard Knock Life for us. One of the most popular musicals of all time is back. See Annie, Broadway's favorite orphan, live on stage in an all-new production, hailed by the Chicago Tribune as one of the best family musicals ever written. Annie is back to spread hope for all the hard knocks life throws your way. So clear away those sorrows and get your tickets to Annie today.
February 28th through March 2nd at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The Working Families Tax Credit isn't just for families. Individuals and couples can apply too. See if you or your family are eligible for this tax refund at workingfamiliescredit.wad.gov/eligibility.
Winter can take a toll on your heating system, but regular maintenance keeps it running smoothly and saves you money on utilities. At Bill's Heating and AC, we're proud to offer comprehensive maintenance for just $59. And with 24/7 service, you can rest easy knowing we're always here when you need us without breaking the bank. So don't wait for a costly breakdown. Protect your home this season by calling Bill's Heating and AC and schedule your $59 maintenance today.
I've been dealing with my weight issues for all my life. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to stay home and just be a couch potato. I wanted to have a fresh start. Spokane Wellness Group has helped me stay on track. When I started losing the weight, then I felt more comfortable. I feel wonderful right now because I've lost 65 pounds. It doesn't take me 10 minutes to walk across the parking garage anymore. I would encourage anybody to go to the Spokane Wellness Group. They stay with you every step of the way.
For over 40 years, Parker Toyota has been dedicated to serving the people of North Idaho with top quality used vehicles that exceed industry standards.
That's because every used car undergoes a rigorous 160-point inspection. If it doesn't meet our standards, it doesn't belong on our lot.
Providing the highest quality used cars and trucks is just the beginning of our commitment to you as a customer.
Come see our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
A larger-than-life businessman gunned down in his office.
Will the discovery of his secret double life lead to the killer?
On an all-new 2020.
See if you can solve this crime before police do.
2020, tonight on ABC.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ziggy's Home Improvement.
All right, welcome back. Around the nation, bird flu discovered in a live poultry market, this time in New York. The state's governor ordering all live bird markets in New York City and surrounding areas to be closed temporarily.
Yeah, the nationwide outbreak has led to millions of birds being killed and has caused egg prices to rise dramatically. It may even be the motivation for a recent egg heist. ABC's Alexis Christoforous explains.
New York State issuing an order on Friday requiring the cleaning, disinfection, and temporary closure of all live bird markets in New York City, Westchester, Suffolk, and Nassau counties. Over the last week, inspectors have detected multiple cases of bird flu in poultry during routine inspections at live bird markets in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens.
For a week-long period, no poultry can be delivered to those live bird markets. Each uninfected market must sell down all inventory, undergo thorough cleaning and disinfection, and then remain closed for at least 5 days.
There are no human cases of bird flu in New York, and state officials say the threat to the public is low. But cases have increased among animals, including wild birds, poultry, dairy cows, and even pet cats. Earlier this week, the Department of Agriculture says a second strain of bird flu, often associated with wild birds, was found in dairy cattle in Nevada. This outbreak of bird flu has forced poultry farms to cull their chickens, impacting their egg supply, causing shortages and higher prices at the grocery store. In Pennsylvania, 100,000 eggs worth $40,000 stolen from Pete and Jerry's Organic Eggs. The CEO of the company speaking exclusively to GMA, saying the company has beefed up security.
So we are putting additional measures in place. It's additional security on the ground. It's making sure that we have better lighting in our facilities, maybe some additional cameras.
The motive, police say, could be the extreme increased price of eggs. Someone may have thought they could sell them. Experts have warned that as the virus spreads among animals, the likelihood of more human cases increases. But the CDC says the risk to the general public remains low, and there's no evidence of human-to-human spread at this time. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Well, a midnight deadline looms for USAID as the Trump administration attempts to dismantle the humanitarian agency.
Humanitarian assistance will stop. Food aid will stop being distributed. Medication to fight HIV will stop.
A workforce of about 10,000 could drop to around 300, leaving a void that some warn U.S. adversaries could fill.
Allowing others such as China, Russia, Iran, North Korea to fill this vacuum, it's had a devastating effect.
A notice sent to USAID workers earlier this week said all direct hire personnel, with few exceptions, will be placed on administrative leave with pay. I still had a road rage incident in Kitsap County sent sparks flying, literally.
And it was all caught on camera. We'll show you what led up to a person shooting fireworks at a woman's car.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. But winning is just the beginning.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
North Idaho Urology, in partnership with Cancer Care Northwest, we specialize in advanced prostate cancer care.
I'm Dr. Aaron Wagner. I'm a radiation oncologist with Cancer Care Northwest. We have quite a few different treatment options for prostate cancer, ranging anywhere from standard radiation and IMRT approaches to SBRT to brachytherapy, a full spectrum of different prostate cancer treatments. We very much try to individualize their treatment plan for them.
This President's Day, we're celebrating big savings at More Furniture in Spokane. It's the perfect opportunity to transform your home at prices that even Washington would approve. You'll find incredible deals in every department in our showroom. Elegant beds fit for a president, leather recliners for relaxing in style, and statement dining sets perfect for your next cabinet meeting. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery to your home. Don't miss these historic savings. Visit More Furniture at 1201 North Division in Spokane today.
Fresh Firestone baked pizzas are now available at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Welcome to Arrowhead Pizza. Specialty pizzas with top-notch ingredients and flavors that hit the jackpot. Located inside Coeur d'Alene Casino's food court. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Winning is just the beginning.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Washington leaders are reaffirming their commitment to trans people in response to President Donald Trump's executive order this week, trying to restrict their participation in school sports.
However, Murrow News fellow Albert James shows us how one Republican legislator is using the order to push restrictions in the state and what its fate could be in Olympia.
State Superintendent Chris Rakedahl says the president's executive order barring transgender athletes from women's and girls' sports attempts to override state and local school districts' authority. In a statement, he said, the president's order directly contradicts state law, including the Washington law against discrimination and our laws prohibiting discrimination in our public schools. Our state law prohibits discrimination on the basis of gender identity, and we will not back down from that. OSPI says they're finalizing guidance for school districts, quote, in response to this unlawful order. Attorney General Nick Brown says his office is considering legal action.
We will look closely at that. We will work in collaboration with our other states to see if it's appropriate for Washington state to take action. Again, there may be some things that he does that I don't like that are legal, and we'll just make that analysis as we go.
Washington lawmakers are considering taking action of their own. Republican Representative Mike Voles of Spokane is highlighting his Defending Equity in Interscholastic Sports Act. House Bill 1699 would allow schools to prohibit, quote, biologically male students from competing in women's sports and establish a process to verify an athlete's sex.
So it's not some sort of, anti-trans or attack against the trans community. They have rights like everybody else. I just think the women's space should be protected and safeguarded.
House Speaker Lori Jenkins didn't specifically comment on Voles' bill, but says any bill that violates our state's robust anti-discrimination laws has no home here. Earlier this week, the Democratic Speaker and other leaders reaffirmed their commitment to protecting trans youth.
Washington will remain, and that the House and Senate Democrats will remain a place that will look to protect trans people, transgender people, and transgender youth and youth who have questions about their gender identity.
Democrats say Washington has some of the strongest protections for transgender people as a result of legislation from the president's first term. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, President Trump's transgender athlete ban was just one of the president's executive actions targeting the transgender community. Another one would make it so federal funds could not be used for gender-affirming care for people under 19.
Now, Washington Attorney General Nick Brown is filing a lawsuit to block it, calling it unconstitutional.
This president's order is gross. It is disgusting. It is hateful. And so we will always take action against illegal conduct.
Attorney General Brown says this executive order targets an already marginalized group. One University of Washington student shared their experience on how gender-affirming care saved their life.
I often felt suicidal at a very young age, feeling that I would rather die than go through male puberty. It was only because of the overwhelming love and support of my family and of my ability to get the care that I needed from my doctor that I am able to be here today.
Our Jordan Smith shares local reaction to the AG's new lawsuit.
I sat down with a member of Spokane's transgender community named Lewis, who applauded Washington's efforts to fight President Trump's order. Lewis acknowledges that this is life-altering care, but not for the reason that you might think.
I think a lot of people just don't really know that they even know a trans person. Like, I know a lot of people in my own life don't know that I'm trans.
Lewis Stay transitioned when he was 19. He said it was a journey trying to navigate puberty while also not connecting with his gender.
A lot of youth don't have access to a community that is there to support them, and then that leads to isolation, negative mental health effects, and unfortunately, a lot of suicide as well.
But he says gender-affirming care resources were vital in trying to understand who he is. And it's not as simple as walking into a clinic and receiving life-altering treatment.
It's not like they're just handing out gender-affirming care willy-nilly to anyone that wants it. It's a rigorous medical process with doctors and the family, and all we're really asking for is for the government not to be involved in that.
Lewis says Washington's lawsuit to curb President Trump's executive order sends a strong message of support to the trans community, particularly in a time where it's hard to find secure footing. The transgender community makes up a fraction of the global population, and Lewis encourages people who stand opposed or are just uncertain to start a conversation.
We're not this scary monster that is waiting for you. We're here to have those conversations.
And President Trump has used strong language asserting in the order on gender-affirming care that, quote, medical professionals are maiming and sterilizing a growing number of impressionable children under the radical and false claim that adults can change a child's sex. At least 26 states have passed laws to restrict or ban this type of care for minors. The Supreme Court has heard arguments on this, but has not made a decision. For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
Meteorologist Matt Gray is standing by, tracking more snow for the inland Northwest.
That's right, and some folks ended up with, well, still seeing snow today, even though plenty of us saw some sunshine. We ended up with some snow showers around the Blue Mountains and the LC Valley region down to the Camas Prairie. Still a couple of snow showers here right now as we continue on with our evening. We move a little bit further to the west, however, and here is the next round of moisture that will bring much more of the inland Northwest snow at some point on Saturday. A lot of this is going to get hung up in the mountains tonight, but once it crosses the Cascades tomorrow, then we are off to the races with more scattered snow throughout the day. Expect the morning to be fairly quiet, but then as we get into the late morning, lunchtime, and then through the afternoon hours, that's when we're going to have variable snow showers, fast changing conditions out there on the roads, and the possibility of an inch and change around the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area. There'll be some heavier snow totals as you head further south into North Idaho, into the central panhandle. So behind me here are the odds for at least 1 inch of snow. Places in the central panhandle like St. Mary's, like as you head right across the border there to Pullman and Moscow as well. Places like Kellogg in the Silver Valley. All those places, a very good chance to pick up at least an inch, and probably will need to, by Sunday morning, take out the snow shovels just one more time. Now, once we get past this round of snow on Saturday, things start to take a turn to the very, very cold. We'll talk about some frigid temperatures here in a few minutes.
All right, Matt, thank you. A bill that would make a firing squad the main form of execution in Idaho is now one step closer to becoming law.
Right now, only 5 states allow firing squad execution. If approved, Idaho would be the only state where it's the primary method.
In my view, the firing squad is a more humane way to execute those on death row because it is quick, it is certain. It brings justice for the victims and their families.
Now, even if the bill becomes law, the Department of Corrections would first need to finish remodeling one of the cell blocks where those types of executions would take place. The Department of Corrections tells us the project costs a little over $1 million, and one lawmaker who voted against the bill says the price tag is excessive.
You can build a gorgeous, gorgeous mansion for $1 million, and I don't know why a firing squad facility is costing so much.
Well, supporters say it won't cost taxpayers any extra money because the DOC has enough money to cover the cost.
All right, Yvonne Ejim has helped lead the Gonzaga women's basketball team on a remarkable 10-game winning streak.
And our sports team caught up with her after a big win over St. Mary's last night.
That's not all. Zags have a rematch against Washington State tomorrow. Hear more from Ejim ahead of that big intra-state game coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Bigfoot Mechanical.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? On the prairie? On a mountaintop? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
The sound, excitement, and fun of the Rod Stewart Hybrid Tribute live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 20th. Don Felder, formerly of the Eagles, one of the most innovative riff-generating songwriters of the modern rock era, will be live Thursday, March 6th. Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
When it comes to taking care of your car, trust the family-owned service department that puts you first. At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we don't just fix cars, we keep your family safe on the road. With no hidden fees or surprise charges, you'll always know exactly what you're paying for. And with us, you only pay a 6% tax on parts, never on labor. Come to Coeur d'Alene Honda, where quality service meets honest pricing every time. Call us to schedule an appointment today.
BECU was happy to award the People Helping People Award to Feast World Kitchen.
The mission of Feast World Kitchen is to elevate and empower former refugees and immigrants. We use international food as the platform for people to build skills and share their culture with Spokane.
You don't even have to travel to a different country. You just come here, experience the food.
BECU is just really proud to partner with Feast World Kitchen as they further the mission in Spokane.
Next ET, so many stars all vying for that #1 Super Bowl spot.
Are you kidding?
Our behind-the-scenes exclusives.
Look, it's them. Cheers.
Next ET.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
If you're the most followed person on all of YouTube and you almost never do interviews, where do you come first?
All right, GMA interview. This will be fun.
Next week.
You're 26. How did this all come to be?
Mr. Beast tells all, only on
Good Morning America.
10 games in a row. That's Gonzaga women's basketball current win streak, mostly powered through right here, the talents of Yvonne Ejim, the new all-time leading scorer in Zags women's hoops history. The record was broken last night as Ejim needed just 15 points to surpass Heather Bowman's previous record of 2,165 points. In typical Ejim fashion, she ended the night against St. Mary's with a double-double, scoring 27 points and 11 rebounds, etching her name in another history book along the way. Ejim isn't usually one to pay attention to the stats, but last night this achievement was on her radar.
I did actually realize in the moment, I think I shot my jumper and I gave a little bit of like a let's go type of vibe, because I think I'd like looked up and knew I was getting there. And then I saw the 15 for a while because that's what I went into halftime, like scoring. So I was like, I think I've done it.
Team plans on honoring Ejim in McCarthy Athletic Center. That's expected to happen pre-game tomorrow before they take on Washington State. Zags and Cougs meet again, this time in the Kennel. Tip-off at 2 o'clock. You can watch the full story with Yvonne Ejim tomorrow on a special edition of 4 News Now at 8 o'clock. Gonzaga men's basketball have consistently been the top offense in the WCC this season, but have not nearly reached that mark on the defensive end, allowing a Kennel record of 103 points and 18 made threes in their home loss to Santa Clara. But last night's home game against LMU, that continued a positive trend on defense, with just 53 points allowed, the Zags' fewest since a 31-point win over Portland to start 2025. Head coach Mark Few spoke postgame on how he's seen this defense evolve.
A little bit like everything else, it's been kind of hit or miss, so not quite ready to write songs about it, but crossing my fingers and hope it continues on its upward trend.
The last 4 games since that Santa Clara loss have seen an average of 58 points allowed per game. Zags tipping off tomorrow at Pacific at 5 p.m. Friday Night Sports Extra returning tonight. Another great slate coming up. Ridgeline at Central Valley. Excellent game, especially between the girls' teams there. Ferris Saxons up against Gonzaga Prep Bullpups, just not too far from here. G Prep Bullpup boys, very, very close to perfection in the league. Meade and Mount Spokane, a great rivalry game. I just came from there a few minutes ago. It's a packed house. Excellent between both the boys and the girls teams. Rogers against East Valley, Clarkston at Deer Park are our 2A games we're at tonight. Deer Park girls, a perfect 16-0 still. And next time you see me, it'll be myself and Sydney Berger right over at the desk, bringing y'all a packed show on Nightside. Cannot wait for it. Kirsten, Derek, back to y'all.
And Jack, I don't know if you want to include it on the Sports Extra, but the Ferris JV boys just defeated Gonzaga Prep. Just getting texts from my wife right now. Super Bowl 59 kicks off Sunday in New Orleans. The Kansas City Chiefs and Philadelphia Eagles each looking to lift that Lombardi trophy.
ABC's Morgan Norwood has a preview of the big game.
Super Bowl Sunday is almost here when the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles will take the field with the championship on the line. It's a rematch of the Super Bowl game from 2 years ago when the Chiefs kicked a field goal in the final seconds to earn the victory. Got it! Playing in their 5th Super Bowl in the past 6 years, with back-to-back wins in the past 2, the Chiefs are looking to add to their legacy by becoming the first team ever to win 3 Super Bowls in a row.
They're a great football team. I mean, I know from the last time we played them, they were a great football team then, and it took everything we had to beat them in that game, and know that if we want to beat them this time, it's going to take everything we have again.
Standing in their way, the Philadelphia Eagles on a quest for redemption.
We worked very hard for this moment and to be the last man standing.
Philly running back Saquon Barkley on the verge of making NFL rushing history.
The fact that I'm so close to breaking all these records, the only thing that really matters is winning the Super Bowl.
The showdown will take place at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Security at the forefront of the city after the New Year's Day truck attack in the French Quarter.
We came together with unwavering resolve to ensure that the people of New Orleans have a safe, supported, and are here to fully enjoy the excitement of Super Bowl 59.
President Donald Trump is expected to attend, which would make him the first sitting president to do so. And Kendrick Lamar says he's locked in for his highly anticipated halftime performance.
This is me, this is Kendrick Lamar, 37 years old, and I still feel like I'm elevating. I'm still on the journey, though, you know? And I want that energy to, ooze out into the televisions and to the people that's in that building.
The main show will be on the field with 2 high-powered teams looking to make their mark.
We're just going to go out there and lay it all on the line. I mean, we've worked so hard to be in this game, and I'm proud of my teammates. We're 1 win away from going out and completing history.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New Orleans.
Should be exciting. Also exciting, the chance for some snow tomorrow, where we'll see at least a decent amount that may have caused you to pull out the shovel in some of these areas marked with this winter weather advisory for fast-changing road conditions. We'll talk about that and the cold weather that's on the way after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 2025 Boat Show. 2025 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer at Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
Winter can take a toll on your heating system, but regular maintenance keeps it running smoothly and saves you money on utilities. At Bill's Heating and AC, we're proud to offer comprehensive maintenance for just $59. And with 24/7 service, you can rest easy knowing we're always here when you need us without breaking the bank. So don't wait for a costly breakdown. Protect your home this season by calling Bill's Heating and AC and schedule your $59 maintenance today.
Ready to enjoy some February fun? The Kootenai Casino has a getaway just for you. Book your room now and cozy out for just $59 per night midweek and $89 on the weekend. And enjoy 2 free breakfast vouchers. Win big during our Mardi Gras Masquerade giveaway. And celebrate Valentine's Day and President's Day with extra bonus play. Stay and win at the Inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it.
Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
The 2025 Boat Show. 2025 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer at Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
All right, take a look at this video of someone shooting fireworks at a woman's car in Kitsap County. This apparent road rage incident started when the victim noticed this pickup truck following her car. At one point, the truck passed her, and that's when this fireworks show began. The woman tried to get away from the truck, but it followed her. The truck eventually drove away once she pulled into a Fred Meyer parking lot.
Wow, that would be so scary. Oh, I don't like that video.
Yeah, it's bizarre deal.
I don't get it. What was the point? What was the idea?
Why were they so mad? Yeah, I don't know.
That's how we always feel with road rage, right?
Exactly.
What is making you that mad?
How did we get here?
I'm so angry I'm going to shoot fireworks at you. All right. Before I get too distracted, let's go to the forecast. We got some seriously cold weather coming in for this next coming week here. So, you know, things don't really change too much as far as low temperatures over the weekend, but once we get into the early part of the week, things go downhill pretty quickly. By Tuesday morning, we're down in the single digits, and we stay there for the better part of 3 days, 4 mornings here. So it is going to be very, very cold, particularly into Tuesday and Wednesday with some wind coming in starting up on Monday, bringing in that cold air. We could have some wind chill issues here as well. So we're keeping a close eye on kind of how things look with that Arctic air. So here's how it's looking right now. Winds out of the north here on Monday. So this will be the transition day as that cooler air begins to roll in and settle in. Likely this will be the day that we have to worry about if you're out and about Monday evening, a little bit of wind chill. And so you'll want to dress warmer than the temperature indicates. This is Tuesday morning. We're going to be feeling it. It's going to be cold. It's going to be miserable. Calmer conditions, but perhaps cooler temperatures on Wednesday. And then finally the winds start to flip as we head into Thursday out of the south, and that pushes that Arctic influence back away from us. However, it's still going to be pretty cold, and that likely means as we see a dramatic change like this, it normally means one thing, and that's an opportunity for snow. We're going to have some snow here on Saturday. We'll talk about the maybe after the cold weather snow here in just a couple of minutes, but certainly for Saturday, you want to keep an eye on the road conditions and how things are going. A couple of flurries early Saturday morning, but the main show is going to be during the middle of the day and through the early afternoon, mainly from kind of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene south across the southern reaches here of the inland northwest. And so no surprise here in the central Idaho panhandle, that's where we'll end up seeing the snowiest weather here as the winds blow that direction and rise up over the mountains and kind of squeeze out all of that snow across that part of our area. Sunday, couple of light snow showers up in the mountains, but not expecting a whole lot there as we get ready for that cold air to go in. And so you can see definitely a shovelable amount of snow from the Silver Valley down through St. Mary's into the Pullman area. We'll see a little bit less around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but certainly enough to where it could slicken up the roads once again. As we get closer to Valentine's Day, I mentioned with the change in the wind directions and the warming temperatures, a good chance for snow. Well, looks like it'll be snowy as we get into next Friday.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, adventures in the Northwest usually mean going off the beaten path.
Yeah, in Idaho's Silver Valley, it can mean taking exit 61 off of I-90. In this week's Air 4 Adventure, we're giving you a bird's eye view of the historic town of Wallace.
Well, we're in Wallace, Idaho, We're about 60 miles east of Washington. A great place. I mean, it's so beautiful. You look around here. You know, we're right here in the middle of the Bitterroot Mountains, at the bottom of these canyons and valleys. All kinds of outdoor recreation. It's really unparalleled. 2 ski resorts are 15 minutes away from here. It's a lot to see and do in Wallace. World-class attractions, but a small-town charm. Wallace, I mean, there's all these magnificent old homes and grand old buildings. The entire city's on the National Register of Historic Places, so there's this fantastic architecture. There's also 4 museums in town. The whole town burnt down in 1890, and then they rebuilt it within 2 years, and they rebuilt it, you know, for brick. And that core downtown survived the largest wildland fire in U.S. history, the Big Burn of 1910. I mean, this is mining country. These people are very proud of their roots. This used to be the site of the Union Pacific Depot. And when the freeway came in, this was converted to a welcome center. We have this 4-acre park. You can see all this mining equipment. This is a joint venture between the Chamber, the city, and the Mine Heritage exhibition. And so there's some great old equipment here. Each one of these has different storyboards that explain how everything is done. So we're on the west end of town. It is a mile. It's only 1 mile for all of Wallace. So you can walk the entire town. Plus, I mean, just take a look around. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful.
Wow, I just learned something. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spicy caramel ginger chicken. Ask for it by name. Exclusively at Mustard Seed, Northtown Mall.
They're the most vulnerable babies in our community, and Maddie's Place takes care of them. Now it's time for Maddie's Place to get help from the Extreme Team, along with helping one special baby get ready for what's next. 4 News Now's Extreme Team, brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
It's a great time to improve your sleep and pay less during the President's Day mattress event at Walker's. Enjoy the best selection of all your favorite mattress brands. And when you purchase select Serta, Beautyrest, Purple, or Heirloom mattresses, you'll get up to $300 of free furniture and free mattress delivery. Plus, enjoy 5 years no-interest financing, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less. This week at all Walker's Furniture locations.
Station 51, we have an emergency. Paramedics Johnny Gage and Roy DeSoto, please report to MeTV immediately.
All right, we'll be there in a second.
Emergency.
Watch weekdays on MeTV 4.2.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty. Beep, beep.
Did you know that Washington's Working Families Tax Credit could put up to $1,200 back in your pocket? If you're part of a low to moderate income household, you could be eligible for a refund designed to help you cover essentials like groceries, gas, or bills. The best part? Applying is free and easy. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov to see if you qualify. Don't miss out. Apply now and make sure you get the refund you deserve. That's workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Spicy caramel ginger chicken. Ask for it by name. Exclusively at Mustard Seed, Northtown Mall.
4 News Now is brought to you by Annie. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside in New Orleans, TSA is adding extra airport staff for travel safety after the Super Bowl. We'll show you how all this extra security will impact passengers' wait times tonight at 11.
That's a big no thanks for me. Oh, goodness. Speaking of oh, goodness, we have got a lot of impactful weather. We've got some more snow to watch out for tomorrow. We got more snow next week and those bitter cold temperatures.
Yeah, real cold.
Have a great Super Bowl Sunday.
See you at 11.
Live